How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video, and if you haven't seen yesterday's video, go check it out. Project WAP is back. If you guys don't know what Project WAP is, that is my 2JZ swapped Mustang. It's actually going to be a drift car eventually once the track reopens. Yesterday we took it out and raced my buddy's 2JZ swapped Miata, and I made a little skit. A lot of you guys weren't fooled by it. I wasn't trying to fool you. I mean, that was my buddy Brian. He's been in multiple videos. Go check out his channel too, but go watch the video first. It's really funny and it's really interesting, and something bad happens to his car, but you got to see it to believe it. Anyways, today we're going to be on Offerup and Facebook Marketplace, taking a look at some tuner builds. You guys think I only like racers? I don't. I actually prefer tuners, okay? I know a lot of my videos have to do with racers, but if I could choose which one to post more, I would prefer tuners, because seeing a car just doing absolutely crazy things that the original manufacturer probably did not plan on that car doing is pretty amazing. Just like this first car. Look at that beautiful segue. 2006 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution IX MR. $42,000, but why? Well, that's because this is a 1,000 horsepower street legal 8-second capable Evo. Oh my god. I doubt Mitsubishi ever planned on having their little fucking Lancer make 1,000 wheel horsepower. Imagine that. A 4-cylinder pumping out 1,000 horsepower. That's 250 horsepower per cylinder. That's a lot of horsepower per cylinder. This thing is on full slicks all the way around, as it would need to be. Full parachute underneath the hood. Gigantic turbo with its little bell housing sticking out through the radiator support. It doesn't look like it has a radiator, so you probably don't want to street drive this car. At least I don't see a radiator right here. Gigantic intercooler. Oh, it looks like you might have side-mounted radiators. Oh, that's pretty impressive right there. And it's a still full functioning daily driver. Look at that. You got your rear seat still in there. Yeah, a little roll cage you got to climb over here and there, but it's fine. You know, you got to do what you got to do to stay safe. Harnesses mounted correctly. This car right here looks like an absolute machine. Everything on it is functional. There's no bullshit here. He's not trying to make his car look fast. It just is fucking fast. The car speaks for itself. Underneath, you can see all of his fucking reinforcements that he had to do to make sure all of the power goes to the wheels. I'm sure, like I said, this car is not meant from Mitsubishi to do 1,000 horsepower. So I'm sure a lot of money and time went into this. My buddy's actually building one. He has a, I think it's the same generation Evo. He has a dog box in it and all that crazy shit. He was shooting for 700 or 800, but he ran into fuel issues. Anyways, this thing is absolutely insane. I wonder what transmission it has, because as we've seen in the Mexico racing videos, it is really short gears. So hopefully he went and replaced it with something a little bit more capable. But God, this thing just looks wild. Says it ran a 925 at 157 at 875 horsepower, trapped 163 plus on the current 1,000 horsepower setup. It's got a bunch of links right here, a bunch of stuff. And I mean, if you were really interested in this car, go ahead and read through the whole thing. But 42,000 for 1,000 horsepower, I mean, that's not that bad. Especially if it's built to take it, you can have some serious fun with this car. But when buying a car like this, shit eventually will break, and that's just part of the game. Anyways, next car, 1994 Toyota Scarlet GT Turbo. Okay, this isn't like a tuner car, okay? This is just something that I thought was pretty cool and interesting to show you guys. Someone sent it to me, and I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. This makes me want to buy another car already. Just something cute like this, a little cool little daily driver that you can have some fun in. Just, I don't know. I have my fun cars, but I don't have anything like mild, like something that I can actually just like get in and just drive. Like I have the Project WAP, but it has a welded diff, and it is very, you know, it wants to go fast. I mean, not necessarily in a straight line, but like with the welded diff, it doesn't want to sit and go through a drive-through. The McLaren, okay, well that one will do both, but I don't really want to daily drive the McLaren like I have been. The Supra, it's a Supra, you know, again, don't really want to daily drive that. And the 3-valve Mustang, which is in the shop, I mean, it's going to come back and it's going to have like 850 horsepower. Again, not a daily driver, but something like this, I feel like would be a really fun car to daily drive. He's got a full cage in it, obviously imported. It's a 1.3 liter turbocharged with a 5-speed manual, just something that you can have some fun in. And this is what I'm talking about. Imagine picking up this car and just doing that, just having fun in it. You don't got to go crazy. You don't got to go for a lot of horsepower. You can have fun with low horsepower cars, trust me. But this car right here, it just looks like the perfect car to pick up. You can still go to car meets. You can still probably pull some, you know, hippie bitches, hipster bitches, I guess, if you wanted to call them that. I'm not disrespecting women, okay? It's just part of the channel. I love women, trust me. I love them. I support them. But this car right here looks like a whole lot of fun. And you gotta love the classic Volk racing wheels. I mean, they're just for the car. They just fit it so well. It almost reminds me of the Honda Civic hatches. I don't know if this was like Toyota's answer to it or something like that. Like, oh, you guys want to make a cool hatchback? Well, boom, look at this. I think the Honda Civic hatches look better, but this, for what it is, looks like a pretty fun car. All right, we got to take a break from the cool cars. We got to take a look at the 2006 Honda Civic Si for $5 grand. And that looks like a whole lot of car for $5 grand. I don't know, man. I don't think my insurance company would let me insure something so sick. Like, I'm going to send them a picture of this and be like, yeah, man, can I put this on my plan? And they're going to be like, dude, that thing's got to have like 2,000 stock horsepower. And I wouldn't doubt them for thinking that. I mean, with a wing that big, the downforce needed to keep this car planted. I mean, Elon Musk himself probably signed off on that wing. It says, use your effing turn signals. Yeah, no, use them. I mean, maybe you should direct that at the BMW owners. Oh, stay humble. I like how it says stay humble, but he has probably the flashiest car we've seen all episode. Like, this car just screams like stimulus check. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm looking forward to getting mine. I know I'm going to waste it on some car parts, but it just screams, I got money and I don't know what to do with it. Not necessarily in a good way either. What is that shifter? That's nasty. Stay humble, though. I like that, though. I feel like if one car should have stay humble on it, it's this one. Because this car's probably humbling a lot of supercar owners. Not this piece of shit. Not this McDonald's Happy Meal toy piece of shit. This is what it looks like when you just want one of everything. Front lip? Yeah, we gotta have that. Canards? Oh, of course. Of course. Big ass wing? Oh, well, the bitches ain't gonna turn if I don't have that. Crazy changing wrap that's like half and half. He couldn't even be happy with just one of them. He wanted the color changing and the vibrant blue. And then he also wanted it to be like poorly done or something. I don't know. And a really shitty wheel setup. Oh, God, man. $5,000? I mean, the car has 185,000 miles, and these Hondas are built to last. But with what it looks like on the exterior, I wouldn't doubt that underneath the hood looks just as bad, and it's probably been poorly maintained. You can just tell a lot by how a car, you know, upholds itself. And looking at this doesn't scream regular oil changes at 3,000 miles. It screams, I've been abused, my gears are all shot, and I'm off to the junkyard. All right, something cool again. 1999 Pontiac Firebird, okay? And this bad boy, well, I mean, it is on slicks, so we can already expect a lot of cool performance underneath the hood. I hate how nowadays you can't really tell. What is this? I was expecting cool performance, not like some fucking filter that someone wiped their ass with and a really cheap strut tower brace. What is this? This isn't what I was expecting. I didn't look at this car before I selected it. Okay, it looks like he went through it, maybe did some maintenance, maybe did some header work or cammed or something. We got a nice clutch on there too. Looks like a spec. Spec usually uses that shade of blue. Nice clutches. I do like them. But what is this? Is this just like a, you know, all motor quarter mile car? I was expecting, honestly, a twin turbo setup, a single turbo setup, a supercharger setup, something, not Granny's fucking intake from when the car was first bought. That thing looks like it's been through the ringer. It looks like it's been through the laundry machine. No, actually, it doesn't look like it's been through the laundry machine. It looks like it's been through the fucking sewer. Okay, I see some steel braided lines. I don't think it's anything fancy though. I was hoping maybe some nitrous. Maybe. I mean, I see a few of them. Maybe it's on nitrous. We'll have to see in the description. But if it was a nitrous LS, I could see. Oh, okay. I think it might be a nitrous LS, which is still pretty cool. It's not what I was expecting, but all motor with nitrous, that's pretty cool. And these LSs do move really well. Okay, he's got something to back up the damn slicks. Thank God. Not as cool as the 1,000 horsepower Evo, and for sure not in as good as condition as that sick-ass Honda Civic, but it is still what looks like a very fun car. Is it worth $13,300? Well, let's see what his description says. 6-speed manual, no pops or grinds. BTR stage 4 cam, nice. Fresh 799 heads, NGK plugs, double beehive springs, push rods, high compression oil pump, LS6 manifold stage 2 clutch, wet nitrous system, 9-inch rear end. Okay, yeah, that was another thing I was going to mention. I know that the 4th gen Camaros have really weird and just made of glass rear ends. I didn't know if it would transfer over to the Trans Am or the Firebird. I figured they are like the same car, so it would, but that's good that he wouldn't replace that because, I mean, my buddy Kale, he's gone through rear ends like this guy probably hasn't gone through filters because, I mean, seriously, change that shit. You'll probably gain like 20 horsepower if you just get a new filter. Oh my God. Anyways, looks like a fun car. Fully built motor, it looks like. So he did redeem himself, you know. It was a little deceiving, but it just goes to show, do not judge a book by its cover. Anyways, dope car. Let's move on to the last build. Last build is a 1993 Honda Civic CX hatchback. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know what he's asking. I guess we can check in the description. But let's take a look at what he's done. So it looks like a fresh paint job, if I had to guess. It looks really nice. And this is that hatch that I was talking about. It's a really good looking car. Weirdly enough, over the years, these have grown on me. The paint job now, I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but it doesn't look even. It must be like an illusion with the lights or something, but it doesn't look even. It still looks like glass, and it still looks really glossy, but it looks for sure a lot better than it looked right there. That looks like some shit that, you know, pick your parts about to come pick up and send it off to, you know, the eternal graveyard of cars. Anyways, right here, though, it does look nice. Damn, look how angry that Civic is. That guy, I mean, this guy looks angry with the intercooler. This guy looks angry with the stupid eyelids. That's the difference between rice and nice right there. Although I do prefer that body style more. But I don't get the red eyes and the eyelids. That just looks cheap. Anyways, this guy looks like he's on some sort of summer tire, which is what you would need if you have a fucking gigantic intercooler and a hood dump exhaust. So that's really nice. But what's underneath the hood, you might ask? Well, that is one of the sickest looking headers with a spoolie snail ever. The headers and the exhaust setup right here, I love that. I don't know why, but it just looks so cool. I love when headers are super intricate like that and they like wrap around each other. I think it just looks so cool. And the teardrops, man, it is great. It's what every V8 owner is going to be having coming down their face when this thing gaps the shit out of them. I mean, if I got gapped by something that looked like some meth head built it, at least in this picture, I'd be pretty upset. But seeing the teardrops and the amount of work underneath the hood, it's really nice. A battery relocation kit would be nice, but keeping all of the weight over the front wheels isn't a bad idea here. It just makes your engine bay look a little clustered. Hopefully when he went and resprayed it, because as you can tell, it's green right here. When he resprayed it, hopefully he cleaned up underneath the hood a little bit, because if he had that white and like wire tucked and everything, oh, it would be so nice. But I mean, we're reaching there. We're reaching hard. Anyways, the car looks nice. It looks like it makes decent power. I don't know what I can expect from something like this. Hopefully he says in his description, but looks like a really clean car on the exterior. Hopefully it follows it into the interior and into under the hood. Doesn't say what he's asking. He says the car is on a base map, so it does need a tune. That's not too reassuring, although the paint was done 2 weeks ago, so that's really nice. You get a fresh looking Civic. You get a boosted B16 or B18. I'm not one of those Honda boys, I can tell from a photo. It's one or the other, it looks like, which is cool. Hopefully the car was put together right, but if it was, I think it would be a great car. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed looking at these sick builds and that one Honda Civic. It is cool to see what people do. I like these videos because some people get ideas for their own builds for them, which is great. That's kind of why I like this series a lot. Anyways, go check out Project WAP Racing the 2JZ Miata. Subscribe to my buddy's channel and subscribe to this one. Until next video, peace.